Araragi said to heal his 2 fingers. I won't be able to fondle Hanekawa's breasts anymore. I died. Like, I thought in those flashes, there were little flashes between Senju Gahara and Hanekawa, but at the end of the day, there were so many flashes of Hanekawa's tits that I was just like, yo, this is the man's motivation right now. It's just so classic. So much fan service, and not fan service in the traditional way that I was talking about with episode 1 kind of fan service with Tsuki. Fan service in that we're getting so much of the exposition on the characters we know and love, and just seeing some classic elements about them, seeing, you know, how far some of their traits that we've grown to love go. Like, for example, I've seen a side of Shinobu this episode that was just amazing. Like, I knew she was that proud, but to see her literally be driven to tears by her pride as she's trying to justify how Kagenui, you know, stood on top of her, and she's like crying. Oh, she looks so cute. I was, oh my god, Shinobu, I love his shot, man. I was fanboying so hard over Shinobu this whole episode. But just seeing that facet of that's how far her pride goes. Like, I know she's prideful, but that's amazing to me. I was just like, yo, the writing this episode, the pacing, once again, the visuals just absolutely amazing. As always, what else do you expect? Just crazy shit going on frame by frame that they just throw in that's just completely out of this world. Like, oh my god. Tsukimonogatari, episode 2, of course, just another review of me fanboying. Let's get into some of the more formal aspects of the episode. So, Araragi, now, it's confirmed that his vampiric side is progressing, basically as Yotsugi and Kagenui explained. I knew Kagenui was coming in. It seems like basically through Shinobu's outlining, pretty much everything I thought was going to happen. Like, Gaen was somehow involved through it via the message she sent, because of course she knows everything, so she sent the message first. In getting in touch with Kagenui. Between Araragi and Kagenui. So she comes back, she's with Yotsugi, and we see how Yotsugi relates to this arc and how Kagenui is how Araragi is relating to Yotsugi. And basically Ononoki is like, yo, you've been using your vampire powers too much, and that's why you are kind of progressing into more of a vampiric state. And this whole discrepancy between his healing and everything that's pointed out, you see he's affected by sunlight now. And basically what I thought was happening is happening. He's showing more of his vampire traits, but the explanation that he is because he relied on the healing power too much, that he was always transforming to that state because he needed to do all this stuff. And yeah, dude took mad hits. One of the most battle damage characters of anything is Koyomi Araragi. Koyomi Araragi has been battle damaged to the nth degree. His heart has been crushed, for God's sake. So, dude, yes, has been having the last 6 months of his timeline. He has been relying heavily on his vampiric abilities, but I kind of think the explanation is half-assed. It makes sense within the world of Monogatari, and it's fine, but I'm just like, okay, so this is how is this going to give us more exposition into Yotsugi now? Because right now, I'm loving it. I'm just loving having her back. Honestly, she's not one of my all-time favorites of the girls, and just to give you an idea, because I said I'd do a top 5, I will, but to give you an idea of who my best girls are in this series, Shinobu is at number 1. I love Black Hanekawa specifically, not Hanekawa, although it all goes into one, so I love Hanekawa as well, and Senju Gahara a little bit more than Hanekawa, so those are tied for number 2. And then you have Kanbaru and Mayoi in that mix, and then you have Fire Sisters, and then, you know, fucking, what's her name? What's her name? Dude, it's blanking on me right now. Nadeko. So, yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Not factoring any of the Ghostbusters into that, in terms of, you know, Gaen or Kagenui, but Yotsugi is just kind of at the bottom of the side of the main girls, the apparition set that we have presented to us. Shinobu's just that reigning champion for me, so it's a crazy interaction between them and seeing that classic interaction with them, but I still love her nonetheless, and she's coming in love with that, yay! Like, I'm just like, oh my god, the fan service is heavy, it's beautiful, seeing her in the crane machine and everything like that whole scene was awesome, just the fucking visuals with that, the playground they're on is just like a fucking colorful castle, and Shinobu appears in that black dress. I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. I'm loving this. So far, it's shaping up to be a great arc. As always, I expected nothing less from Monogatari, and right now, just based on these 2 episodes, it's not one of my favorites because there's just so many good arcs. There's so many good arcs. But it's good. Like, even the worst Monogatari is some of the best shit for me. Like, I'm just fanboying like crazy. I know I can't really find too much fault in this episode. It was great. And I forgot to mention with the last episode, because I kind of ended early before and didn't see the scene where Karen bursts in and fucking destroys Araragi and Tsuki for that shit. Basically the mirror image of what happened with the toothbrush scene. I'm just like, this is fucking hilarious. They almost kiss and whatnot. He's like, seriously, oh my goodness, the fan service is real right now. It's on that Nisei Monogatari level, but I'm just having a blast with Tsukimonogatari right now. I'm just loving seeing my favorite characters back. Going in. It's great that we get to see Kagenui and Yotsugi together. We haven't seen Kagenui in a minute. As I thought, we're not going to see Kaiki, even though Kaiki is one of my favorite characters overall in this series, so I wish we'd seen. But we just saw him a little bit with the bearded look in Hana Monogatari, so probably not going to see that. And Oshino, it doesn't seem like it's going to come back. Hopefully, I think the next time we'll see Oshino is in Koyomi Monogatari, because of course, you know, in Kizu Monogatari, when they finally release the movie, it's going to go back to the backstory with Araragi and when he first meets Kishot and all of that. So we'll definitely see Oshino there. But I don't think he's going to come back in Stark. I really wanted to see Oshino. I've just been waiting for so long to see some more Oshino. So, let me know your thoughts on this episode. I haven't seen episode 3 yet, obviously. I really want to go watch it right now. I'm just going to do that, record the review. I'm really just straight up marathoning this all right now. And I'm loving it so far. The music is great. We got some great classic soundtrack songs that have been in the past seasons coming back. We got some new tracks that just fit the ambiance perfectly, and just seeing this exposition, new sides, and new little tidbits of information on like how the vampiric ability works in terms of Araragi and Shinobu's relationship. Seeing Gaen there getting Yotsugi back. I mean, like Yotsugi Ononoki, like she hasn't had as much development as the rest of the characters. They actually was in a bit of Monogatari second season, you know, but even Ogi has had a similar amount of time of screen time as Yotsugi, so Yotsugi is really getting built with this arc more so, and I want to see how they really tie that in, what Araragi is going to do in terms of, because they're like, you can resolve this by not relying on your vampiric abilities more. I wonder if they're going to further that and be like, you have to sever the tie with Shinobu, something like that. I seriously doubt that Araragi would do that anyway. But based on his appearance in Hana Monogatari, we know it all works out anyway, so I just need to watch the next episode. I need to see what happens, but fanboying like crazy of that Monogatari greatness. I don't know what else to say. Formal aspects of it were just exactly what I expect. It's not like Shaft is going to slack on this. This is Monogatari. It's always amazing. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next review. Peace.